I am very sorry, guys, for not uploading anything last weekend. I happened to go away to visit my older sister, and she didn't have any internet connection in her apartment at the moment. It was down, so I was unable to really upload anything, and yeah, sorry about that. But in any case, what's going on, guys? I got Saturday's upload going on for you all, and it is against a dude I found on the smoking server on PO, as per usual, by the name of Laxbro24. And yeah, it was a pretty standard OU match, and I'll just get the team preview up and going right now. So looking at it, I'm actually running some kind of unconventional stuff in OU, namely the Electros and the Dusclops and the Togekiss, and I just kind of wanted to test some things out and just roll with the punches. This is kind of like a homage to my first ever team I made back in Diamond and Pearl, with some alterations here and there, namely in the form of replacing Ferrothorn and with Ferrothorn replacing, I think it was Rhyperior. Yeah, it was Rhyperior, and replacing Electivire with Electros, and yeah, and Dusknoir with Dusclops. But yeah, so it works out pretty well in this match actually. But looking at his team, the Rotom Wash really doesn't scare me. The Gengar could be a pain if it does happen to be a sub-disabled set. The Terrakion is probably the biggest threat to my team, because if I do manage to lose Dusclops, then he could pretty much go and run shop throughout my entire team if he does happen to either A, set up the Rock Polish, or B, set up the Swords Dance. The Ferrothorn I can easily dispose of with Infernape, Togekiss, and Electros. The Blissey I can easily dispose of with Electros and Infernape, but it could turn into a pain if I happen to lose both those guys. And last but certainly not least, the Tentacruel really doesn't scare me either, because I got Starmie and Electros, and hey, Ferrothorn could even work out well against that thing too. So, you know, it's really not that threatening of a team, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, I believe it's time to get the battle rocket and rolling, shall we? Let's go! Alright, so he's going to lead off with his Rotom Wash, so I lead off with my Electros, predicting the Volt Switch. I'm just going to stay right in there, knowing full that I can pretty much take it. As he switches that, brings in his Blissey. I believe I go for the Wild Charge there, predicting that, or just trying to get some form of damage with the Rotom Wash. However, Wild Charge really doesn't do that much. I was expecting him to do a lot more. But that just let me know he is a physically defensive variant, so I might actually be able to hit him pretty hard if I manage to get a setup with a Nasty Claw with Togekiss. But, so I just like, okay, you know what, I'm actually going to bring in Dusclops, because I know he's going to be the best thing to really handle it at the moment, because he can pretty much Will-O-Wisp and get some residual damage, Pain Split, lowers HP by a lot, do all that jazz. But he brings in his Tentacool now as I switch out and bring in my Ferrothorn, as he just goes straight up for their Toxic Spikes, which could be an issue. Well, actually, it's probably kind of an issue. No, actually, no, really not really, because I got Starmie, who's got Natural Cure, and I got 3 guys who are immune to Toxic Spikes in the end anyway, so yeah, it's not really going to be that big of a threat. But anyway, he's going to bring us there, his Ferrothorn right now as I bring in my Togekiss. I'm going to go straight for that Nasty Flood as he sets up his Stealth Rocks, but you know, I can easily dispose of this Ferrothorn now and just go straight for that Orsphere as he brings back in his Blissey, which is going to get actually nailed pretty hard. Oh wait, I go for another Nasty Flood, my mistake. But in this turn I go for a very powerful Orsphere, which actually manages to do over half, which I am very, very surprised about that damage. But then again, it's probably, again, a sign that he's more physical, that he does max out his entire defense with Cold Nature, instead of going with the straight 252 HP 252 special defense. But in any case, he's going to bring back his Tentacruels. I go for yet another Orsphere to finish him off. However, that really did not happen. Now, I was going to go for the Protect here as I go for the Air Slash, which does suck, because that is allowing him to pretty much allow my Togekiss to get all that toxic damage pretty much completely racking up on me, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but I am able to finish off his Tentacle right there on the next turn with the Air Slash. Now pretty much I know at this point, okay, I don't really need Togekiss that much anymore, so I can pretty much leave him in for Death Fodder. However, I do manage to live that Volt Switch there pretty well, which is pretty nice. I'm actually able to get off a Roost as well. So, you know, I'm actually doing, Togekiss puts in a lot of work this match, not going to lie. But that is, in any case, I'm just going to go straight for that Orsphere, finish off that Blissey right after that, which is going to be really nice, because that means I can pretty much do a lot of damage with literally any special attacker on my team now. But as you can clearly tell, he does manage to bring in his Rotom Wash once more, finish me off with a Volt Switch. However, he foolishly gives me Switch Advantage, which allows me to easily bring in my Starmie and revenge kill that Gengar with a Psychic, because I do outspeed, because Starmie does have a higher natural base speed than Gengar, which is really good. So now he's going to bring back his Rotom Wash once more as I switch out, bringing my Electros, I believe predicting either a Volt Switch again, but knowing full well I can easily take it, he's just going to switch out, bring in his Terrakion right there. At this point, I'm like, knowing, okay, you know what, Electros, I don't really need him that much anymore, so I'm going to pretty much leave him in the Death Flutter, see what his Terrakion wants to do, and maybe even gauge to figure out what kind of item he's holding. And looking at it, it looks like he's not really running a Air Balloon or a Life Orb, so I'm assuming he's probably short. So I gave me the perfect opportunity to go for a Will-O-Wisp and burn literally anything he decides to switch in, which happens to be his Ferrothorn right here. So, you know, now without that Ferrothorn really can't do too much to me except farm a Leech Seed and have toxic damage rack up on me. But in any case, I'll probably just want to switch out and bring in something else, which I believe is my own Ferrothorn. Yes, it is. I think I'm predicting the Power Whip or the Protect right there. You know, which is pretty nice because now Ferrothorn can't really do that much to me, especially because, well, A, I will resist Leech Seed, B, I'm immune to Toxic Spike, so we really can't do that much, which is really cool. So he's going to bring his Run Wash now as I go for the T-Wave, predicting either switch back into either this guy right here or Terrakion, which is easily going to cripple him, especially because, well, I'm assuming he's probably a Choice Scarf variant. So, yeah, that's really nice. He's going to go for the trick here, basically creating my Dusclops more vulnerable to attacks because I'm losing the Violet right there. But in all honesty, I really am not too worried about that. He just managed to go for the Pain Split right there. Wait, is that, do I go for the Pain Split or does he go for the Pain Split? Oh no, I'm going for the Pain Split right here. Sorry, I can't really read the screen down there. But anyway, he's going to go for the Volt Switch, bring back in his Ferrothorn one last time as I believe I go for a another Pain. No, wait, no, what do I do here? I actually don't remember what I do here. I guess I go for another Pain Split. I think I'm just predicting a switch back into Terrakion or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right here. I think I'm just leaving him in there for Death Flutter just so I can easily bring in Infernape and just pretty much sweep through the rest of his team right here with Abandoned Close Combat to the Dome, which is pretty snazzy if I do say so myself. So as you can clearly tell, oh wait, am I a Life Orb variant or? Oh, I thought it was a Choice Scarf variant. I mean a Choice Band variant. Huh, okay, whatever. I'm completely wrong, but in any case, I'm still going to be able to easily dispose of that Run Wash with a Close Combat to the Dome because, well, I can still at speed. And now brings Terrakion right here. I'm assuming he's probably going to win the speed type, but, you know, that's okay because I do have Starmie on my side. So if he just decides to lock himself into Close Combat, I can pretty much bring in Starmie right here, take the hit like a champ, and, well, maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to pretty much be able to outspeed and finish him off with Psychic, and yeah, that's pretty much good game, Mr. Laxbro24. Yeah, I think that was a pretty decent match. You got to see, this is actually one of my personal favorite teams I've made in the past few years. And, you know, it worked out fairly well. Though I can't really remember what exactly my Infernape set is. I can't remember if it's like a Life Orb Mix-Ape or Swords Dance Ape. I could have sworn it was a Bandit Ape, but whatever. I'll look that up. There'll probably be some form of, like, title screen down here saying what exactly it is once I go look it up. But in any case, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you can always rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, this is Infinite Trials. You're saying peace out, yo, and have a good one. Bye. That felt weird.